I'm excited for this one. This is a kickboxer of the highest order. He has so many different kicks and punches in his arsenal and figures to try to keep this on the feet here tonight.
The beautiful thing that he does is he throws that front push kick to create distance when a guy starts to get too close and wants to wrestle with him. He throws it, and the moment you're back at his range, he starts to blast high kicks. He doesn't always intend on landing them, but he beats up your arms with high kick after high kick after high kick. And then as you get desperate, you start to run into knees, and he does not need much space to land a knockout punch. This guy is one of the best strikers we've ever seen in the UFC.
And if you don't find the striking range early against this guy, you could be in real trouble. Yes, the sweet science. This guy could have been a professional boxer, probably a world champion if he so chose. He loves the MMA game, but his boxing is certainly his bread and butter.
I mean, a guy that was on par to make an Olympic team, and that is in one specific skill set. When you reach that level, when you're winning the national championship, and you're about to go to the Olympics, but you choose a different athlete.
Yeah.
You decide you want to fight mixed martial arts. It's truly something special. He has the most educated jab I have ever seen in the octagon. He throws the jab. It always comes back to the face. It never goes to the hip. And if you rush him, he has an ability to switch stances from conventional to southpaw and land a great counter right hand that will put your lights out.
Better jab than your guy Rosendo Sanchez?
Oh, it's unbelievable. He puts Rosendo Sanchez to shame.
Well, a lot of us remember when this arena was erected, and a lot of UFC history has played out here since. Etihad Arena sold out tonight in Abu Dhabi for the latest UFC pay-per-view. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. We send it inside the octagon. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Mauricio Shogun! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, the Korean Superboy, Doo-Ho Choi.
So Herb Dean, third man in there for this one.
Ready.
All right, so here is Shogun, who early round one. We'll see if the legend can add to his legacy here tonight. Experiencing sort of a career resurgence. We'll see how he approaches this challenge early tonight.
Beautiful shot lands to the leg there.
All right, so a big early land by the boxer. He put a lot of steam on that one as he's able to get that hook home, DC.
He lands it perfect. I mean, he throws it perfect. Right hand is always where it needs to be. If he throws it with the right, the left hand's always where it needs to be. It's tight, it's crisp, and it lands with a lot of power. Oh, man.
Nice counter punch there. Again, we talked about the reach advantage off the top of the show. Certainly paid dividends for him there. And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And they separate. 1-2 punch by Choi. So more output, at least in the early going. All right, early round one action here, and somewhat surprising to see the boxer not check these leg kicks, right? He felt like it would be a factor in the fight, and the kickboxer is absolutely having his way early.
It's always one thing to say what you're going to do, but to implement those things, to be able to do it against that guy is very difficult. And to this point, he has not been able to pick up on the leg kick.
26 total strikes have landed for Shogun Rua. We march on, 3 minutes to go.
That's a big strike right there. He's got to throw that kick behind those punches. He does a great job getting out of that clinch position.
Well, champ, I don't see that well, but it's hard to miss the redness underneath that elbow. A lot of bodily investment from his opponent tonight.
Yeah, it's an investment, John. It may not pay dividends right now, but the more you go there, the more damage you do, eventually it will show itself. And right now it's starting to show.
Well, you saw us referencing the tail of the tape, DC. He's got the reach advantage and certainly made good use of it there in landing that jab.
He gets to the single collar tie. Look for him to keep that elbow tight and throw punches with his free hand. Now they separate.
Counters with the straight right. Oh, doing a great job here defensively, and you've got to be of sound defensive mind to set up your counter shots. He is certainly feeling it in this round. 2 minutes to go here in round one.
He closes the distance beautifully. He's got a single collar tie.
Man, these guys have some chins on them. Huge shots being landed on both sides. Effective use of the jab there by Choi.
He blocked that punch.
All right, he engages in the single collar tie. Choi gets hammered by that solid uppercut. That one got his attention.
What a setup. He lands a beautiful flying knee.
Got a single collar tie. Oh, and he lands another knee there. He has executed that weapon perfectly all night long. He's landed several of them in this round. Really starting to do some damage with those knees. Big right hook coming. It's blocked. Effective jab there by Rua. Less than a minute to go in the round. Back and forth we go. Rua and try to further expose what surfaced tonight as an obvious weakness.
Nice kick. These guys are going at it.
Oh, well-timed and placed overhand by the Korean Superboy.
Oh, that one landed, yep.
Oh, and he lands another combination here, really starting to get into a striking game.
I mean, they're stringing them together so effectively. Never throwing the same attack more than once. What a job to recognize all the openings in his opponent's defense.
Nice work here in the clinch by Choi. 5 minutes in the books. And it could very well be anyone's fight here.
Take a seat. Awesome. I love what you're doing out there. That striking is on point, okay? We knew this is where we're going to be, so let's get out there, let's stay sharp.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round two. All right, next round is now underway. I thought there was pretty good back and forth action in the previous fight.
Yes, it wasn't a firefight. It wasn't two guys throwing the kitchen sink at each other. But you did see times where they came together and you saw the skill level of these two fighters.
Nice punch from the clinch by Choi.
Beautiful block there. That left hook is crazy.
And both fighters exchange in the pocket.
And there's that jab.
Oh, another bruising shot right to the body. I wouldn't think you want to take too many more of those.
No, John, you gotta defend. You got to address a tactic that has worked this many times this early in a fight. You cannot allow it to continue to build, because once that momentum gets going, you will have no way to stop it.
And I don't have a lot of muscle over there, so I don't think I could take too many of these if I was a fighter.
Well, you need that body like mine if you want to get hit down there. You can't be too skinny. Both of them landed there.
All right, looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut around the eye area.
Yeah, it looks like that strike opened up a cut, John, but it's nothing to worry about now, but he's got to start to protect it.
Man, that is loud. Another strike lands for the kickboxer. He really found that flow state pretty early in this fight, and he hasn't looked back.
He found it really early. And when this guy gets into his groove, he is hell on wheels. And right now he is showing why he is such a high-level, high-regarded kickboxer. He is outclassing this guy.
Oh, now the hook in the clinch by Hua.
Oh, nice hook.
3 minutes now to go in round 2. All right, so another ringing jab right there, snapping his head back like a Pez dispenser. You can tell he was a former boxer.
Yeah, absolutely. You can tell that is his base. The way that he throws the jab is fundamentally sound. Does it like he was trained to do it as a young boy. And right now, behind that jab, he finds himself ahead.
Well, his nose is bleeding now, so we'll see how he handles that adversity, but nothing ideal about it here in the middle of this fight. Now he gets a more dominant position with the underhook.
He is going to start to drive knees over and over. You got to be careful here. You got to move. Nice knee there.
Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively protecting the head and sort of maybe letting his opponent gas out a little bit with all the volume.
His opponent sees the target, but he can't get to the target. So he'll continue to throw, and he'll continue to wear on his own gas tank.
Well, he's really picked up the pace here in round 2. Much more aggressive now here and starting to find himself in the pocket. Choi's now dealing with a cheek cut. Circling to his right. Well, the left hook has been there at times, not that time. 1.5 minutes now to go in round 2. Well, we got a lot of blood now, ladies and gentlemen. I think my mother just turned off the TV, but every time that area gets targeted, that cut is getting worse and closer, theoretically, to the end of the fight.
Yeah, and, you know, when you got a person like this in front of you, that is so good at what they do, when you are bleeding like this and the work is showing, you got to try to find a way to stop them. He needs to try to get a takedown or something, because the more he's standing, the more he's going to have to deal with this cut, and now all the blood that's coming from the cut.
Different round and the striking clinic continues. Shades of Max Holloway back in the day against Calvin Kattar. Every strike he has thrown seemingly is finding the target.
I mean, it's landing. Everything is landing, J.A. And coming into this fight, he understood that he had an advantage in this particular skill. I don't know if he could have even expected it to be this vast as we have seen to this point in the fight.
Strong kick to the outside of that lead leg for him there. You do not want to eat too many of those.
No, you can't. He does not wind up on that kick, but he somehow is managing to land it with so much force. Can't take many of those. Better check.
10 seconds to go in the round. Huge block there. Round 3 next. All right, so the round is over, and you see the cut man not wasting any time as the fighter makes his way back to the stool. The cut man will try to shut that cut on the bridge of his nose and prevent it from becoming a factor here moving forward.
Don't stand there.
All right, well, no surprise to see that eye continue to be targeted. Some replays from the previous round in which a lot of damage was doled out.
Well, the cut man's got some work to do to try to give this kid an opportunity to stay in the fight, because the reality is he has taken far too many shots to the eye, and now he's dealing with a nasty cut. He has got to change something.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. All right, another round is now underway. Pretty good previous 2 rounds. We'll see who makes the requisite adjustments now moving forward.
The adjustments are going to be the key, John. When you're doing everything you're trained to do and it stays this close, you got to really switch it up. Which corner is able to relay that message to their fighter better?
Well, perhaps it's a high fight IQ, perhaps it's obvious, but he is attacking that cut that is getting deeper by the minute.
And it seems like the right decision, because you can see his opponent starting to paw at it. You can see it starting to take an effect. He's messing with him mentally. For him, he's got to continue to attack that area and hope that it just keeps getting worse and worse.
Oh, nice hook there by Shogun Hua. Fast, hard head kick there. And now they are throwing both sides with conviction. Now some separation. Oh, how good is that jab by Hua? Oh, another beautiful body shot there. You see the damage starting to accumulate. Maybe some defense would be wise at this point in the fight.
I think so, John. You can't just get beat up to the body. It doesn't show itself right away. It takes time whenever you're beating somebody up from the body and working your way up to the head. But right now we're starting to see the damage, and you see it not only in the body, but in the reactions of the opponent.
Hua's eye is starting to swell shut.
Let me see that hook now.
Let's work.
Big inside kick. There it is again.
Oh! Big shots exchanged in the pocket there. Decent right hook attempt, but it's no good. Trying to hammer that lead leg. Straight right, he misses. Well, Hua's blocking well now. You see the fighter raise the guard to protect that obviously damaged nose. We have crossed the midpoint of this one. Punches in bunches, and he hasn't really shown any signs of slowing down here tonight. I'm not sure how much more his opponent can take. Oh, collar tie.
Look at the control of the posture as they land that knee. Barely missed on an uppercut right here in the inside.
Well, it's been a wild fight thus far, perhaps a contender for some bonus money at fight's end. These guys are going to have to dig deep. They're both hurt.
They're both hurt. You expected it. You expected a close fight. You did not expect a war like this, though, where both guys, from the moment they said fight, went forward, got in each other's face, and just beat each other up. It's been tremendous.
Another strike hits that eye area, and it is getting messier by the minute up there.
Well, he's getting targeted now. He's been hitting that spot so many times that his opponent sees the cut, and the cut is advancing.
Collar tie here in the clinch. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to pile up these body shots here in the latter stages of this fight. You didn't see a lot of that in the earlier rounds, making up for lost time here.
Trading huge shots. Let's see who's going to be the last man standing.
Oh, massive kick lands flush. Well, you got to think he's going to enjoy watching this one back tomorrow morning. He has landed a ton of significant strikes, and really a guy who has been a monster in the gym, finally putting it together here in the office.
Go home and admire your work. It doesn't take till the next morning. He's going back to the room right now and firing up the video to look at beauty in action, and he was the one that caused all the action.
Hua's left leg is damaged now. You can see he is limping. It was that last kick from his opponent that appeared to do the bulk of the damage.
Let's work, guys.
Oh, good kicks. 20 seconds left. Choi gets caught with that punch. He'd be wise to get those hands up. Both fighters starting to open up a little bit. And that'll do it. 15 minutes in the books. All right, so the round is over, and you see some obvious bleeding now. Looks like the cut is on the nose. Yes, it is. Cutman will try to get in there and shut it, but of course, as soon as he absorbs a strike this next round, that thing could reopen. Certainly bears watching here moving forward. All right, they attend to the fighter on the stool, and I guess if you are going to be cut open, cheek ain't a bad place for it.
Yeah, it's the best spot, right? You never want to be cut. You never want to be bleeding, but if it's on the cheek, it's as good of a spot as it can be. But you still got to do something different, though, because even though the blood isn't going in your eye, every time you get hit there, it's horrible.
Ready.
All right, here's round 4. Fight scheduled for 5-minute rounds. All right, next round getting underway here, and both fighters still look pretty fresh to me. Clearly, DC, they put in the right work when it came to the cardio during training.
They both have reputations for vast cardio. You see in the training that they do at their gyms that cardio is key, and you watch it in the way that these two fighters perform.
All right, we told you we'd keep an eye on it, DC. That cut is starting to open up wider now, and he continues to target that area wisely.
Well, when you saw it right away, it wasn't that bad, but as he continues to target it, you can start to see it opening up. Look for him to continue to go down that route to try to get this victory.
Leg kick lands.
But he needs to check one of these kicks. He has to discourage him from doing this kick over and over again.
Hands up and keep that head moving. Head movement.
Both fighters hanging down in the pocket and both landing.
Oh, man.
Good jab.
He's got that single collar tie locked in. Big knee lands to the body.
And he's looking for that left hand, just missed. Well, I think I can smell the blood at this point in time. That canvas didn't look like that a few fights ago. Blood is flowing from that cut with every passing strike.
Every strike. And it burns. John, it burns so bad. When you get cut like that, every time a shot lands, it just burns. So this guy needs to try to find a way to not take and limit the damage he's taking to this cut. Easier said than done.
Man, DC, his hands look good. A lot of volume, a lot of accuracy tonight.
He's doing a great job being accurate, but he's also very fast. Look at the hand speed.
Right. Under 3 minutes to go in round 4. Patented front kick there by Shogun Hua. Fighter lands a kick to the leg now, and a pretty good one at that. Oh, shot to the body connects there. He hasn't really thrown too many body strikes in this fight, but now, as this fight goes on, he is not discriminating, working the body, and those shots are going to count. That's a lot of blood, man. I think I can smell the B-positive blood type from here.
Yeah, he's bleeding quite a bit right now, and the blood's going into the eye. He needed to address this early. Now he's about to have to go into survival mode.
Choi's all sorts of bruised up on his body. That is going to hurt something fierce tomorrow.
That was a solid punch.
Hua gets in the clinch yet again. Lands the right hand over the top. Oh. Under 2 minutes to go. What a fight, what a display of physical and mental toughness on both sides. I'm not sure who's more injured, but they're both hurting for certain.
Yeah, John, they're both beat up, but I think that is the key. The mental is what's going to allow you to get your hand raised in this fight. This will not be easy. You're going to have to go to some dark places whenever you're in front of a guy that is as good as you in every aspect of fighting.
All right, well, good news is he rocked him. Bad news is he wasn't able to finish the job, and now his opponent's back in the fight.
I mean, you don't get those opportunities very often. You got to take full advantage of them when they're presented to you.
Oh, well, the local hospital might be busy later tonight. What an absolute war this has been. The Cutmen have done a pretty good job, but both guys are leaking in the face area.
Yeah, they're working full. They're working full tonight. I mean, the Cutmen are having to try to piece these two together after every single round. But this has been fun. This has been a fun fight between two incredibly tough mixed martial artists, and they are laying it on the line.
Hua's forehead is just leaking blood all over his face, all over the octagon. You want to see the fighter be given every benefit of every doubt, but I think that cut is bad enough to actually stop the fight right now. Oh, man, it ain't Dikembe Mutombo, but he is blocking all these shots coming this way.
Man, get that out of here. He sees it coming. You're going to have to mix it up.
Shake that finger.
Shake that finger.
This works.
Ooh, he lands a kick to the leg. Choi's face would have to be classified as a mess. Cut on his cheek, and it's only getting worse. Final seconds here. Timely defense there. Huge block for him. 20 minutes down, 5 to go. Man, this fight has been pretty wild. A lot of high-octane output on both sides, and candidly, neither fighter looking too good here.
It's the output. I mean, both of these guys have got their foot on the gas from the start of the fight. They've worked really, really hard to get to where they are right now. They're both going to have to rely on the toughness to drag them through the very difficult moments.
Well, that was a damaging 5 minutes. We'll see how he can recover over this 60 seconds. We'll show you some replays now from that previous round.
He was on the receiving end of some big blows, and he wasn't moving his head well. His head was on the center line. He was a stationary target, and his opponent opened up a nasty cut on him. He has got to move his head to limit the damage that he's taking.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Fifth and final round. Choi's strike there is blocked. Nice job by the defense. Well, Hua's cut has really opened up now. That blood is flowing. Didn't necessarily wake up thinking he was going to be donating blood today. He has donated a whole lot of it. Just missed with the left there.
Big shot to the head. He lands a solid punch there.
Choi's really bleeding now. That cut is only getting worse. All right, good job by him there to raise the guard and protect his head.
He's doing a good job of keeping the guard high, blocking his head, making sure he's not taking those damaging strikes up top.
Lead kick landed there by the Korean Superboy.
This work. Come on.
Oh, that right hand barely missed there.
Well, he keeps going back to the well with that left hand, just out of range. All right. Oh, left hook to the head, it's blocked.
Oh, nice.
Oh, he's got the single collar locked in the clinch now. Really starting to bleed profusely out of that eye. It's not looking good, champ.
Well, it's leaking down his face. The guy's been beat up, and now this cut has become a real issue.
And that left hook landed on the button. The Korean Superboy gets hit with another flush left to the head. Legendary chin, but it has been tested tonight. And doing work with the jab. Well, he put so much stock into this fight, and now we're late in the game, and if he doesn't get a finish, this opportunity goes by the board.
I mean, it's almost over. Right now, he's got to start throwing everything he can find at his opponent and hope that he can force a mistake and overwhelm his opponent to try to get a finish.
Beautiful right hook counter. All right, so I don't have to tell the viewers the bruising on that thigh is getting more problematic by the minute. He just hasn't had any answer for that weapon tonight.
He hasn't had any answers. I mean, he hasn't done anything to try and deter his opponent from throwing leg kicks. He has not countered. He has not checked. He has not done anything to make him think twice about throwing his kick, and that is why he finds himself in this situation.
2 minutes now to go in this one. All right, single collar tie now. Well, at this point, hard to blame him for headhunting, right? He has caused some significant swelling upstairs and continues to attack that area to great effect.
Absolutely. I mean, the guy has done a great job recognizing where he had an advantage, where he has an ability to separate himself from his opponent. He's done exactly that, and it's showing in his opponent's face with all that swelling. Gets to the single collar tie.
Oh, rips the body shot there. Well, earlier in the round, he clearly got stung by his opponent, but he just has not responded well at all.
He hasn't responded well. He hasn't gotten himself back going after getting hurt so bad early in the round.
Well, Hua's cut on his nose does not look good. Actually, it looks really bad. You got to think the ringside physician is going to get called in here in a moment.
Come on, buddy. Keep your hands up. Let's go.
Nice job by him defensively there. "45 seconds remain in the round."
Good work, guys. Come on.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie here. All right, well, things are getting critical now. A lot of damage, a lot of blood in and around that eye.
Yeah, he hurt him real bad. He's still hurt.
That blood becoming a real factor. I need you to fight back.
Big elbow.
He ate that kick. He took that whole kick, yep.
Oh, a huge block there. All-out action right through the final minute. Nobody in this arena is sitting down. What a fight. The official decision is now in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
We go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 50-45, 50-46, and 50-46. For the winner by unanimous decision, the Korean Superboy, Do-Ho Choi.
So the Korean Superboy, Do-Ho Choi, with another highlight for the reel tonight. That reel's getting pretty crowded. Crazy to think this guy is just getting started, maybe a few years removed from his fighting prime. We'll see just how far he can take it, but tonight, undeniably, a huge step in the right direction for a guy who could be a future UFC champion.